Hello, hello! If you would like to check out my new surprise from Vander Speck, then stay tuned. I cannot even tell you. I'm so super excited. I was not expecting this today. I was expecting it at the end of March. And so I was just kind of like, okay, it's going to end up being like a birthday surprise because Petra said it would be the end of March. And here we are just before my birthday. And it's here. I'm so excited. Okay, so there's a little bit of a backstory here, and I wanted to talk about that because obviously some of y'all that follow me, let me zoom out, know that I have stated that I'm sort of on a strict no spend, and that is true, but this was not something I had to spend anything on. So Petra is a complete sweetheart, and because of a multitude of issues that I had with some of my other planners, in true Vander Speck form, Petra made beyond good and decided to send me this. So I'm so excited. Okay, let me get my camera situated a little bit better for y'all so that you can see it better. There we go. Okay, so I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just get right into it. Okay. Come on now. Sticky paper. I don't wanna like jump into it and ruin it. But can you guys, I'm wondering, can you figure out what color this is gonna be? What do you think? It's absolutely nothing that you're going to expect. I'm telling you right now. I'll give you a second. I know a lot of you are saying purple, but it's not. Okay, here we go. The reveal. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay. So, let's open her up. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, y'all. Okay, ready? I'm gonna open it up. I did it. I didn't do it completely the way I thought I was gonna, but I did finally get a little something with some undyed. Oh, they're so beautiful together. And she picked out an absolutely gorgeous pattern for the less quill. And so it is sort of like bumpied up in the corner and coming down here. And then it's got like a little bit of just the regular hide. And then the back just has this really cool. So this is all pretty much a surprise to me. Petra was gracious enough to ask me like what size I wanted and what colors I would prefer, and she let me choose an ostrich X, and Iris was one of the colors on my list. And I've talked about this before, all of my planners are like pastels, like purples, and mostly that's like what I have a lot left of now is purple. So I really wanted something that was a little more neutral. I wanted something that I could pair with undyed. I almost got the Janet Black, but then I decided to go ahead And I asked her, I was like, well, if you have any ostrich X left over, could I do that? And she was like, yes, I will do that for you. So she made this to the same specs of my lavender, and I'm gonna grab that out really quick. It's right here in front of me. So this is my lavender. So let's just, I want to make sure, just kind of compare sizes. Yep. So I widened mine so that it was basically like the width of the Gillio planners for their B6 Puntos, because I like that big roomy amount. It allows nicely for side tabs, and it's big enough that I can slide rings in here, and I can use this as a ringed planner if I choose to do that, which I may actually do that with this one. I'm not 100% sure yet. I've been kind of like, what am I going to do with this one? Am I going to use a book in it, or am I going to put rings in it? Haven't 100% decided. So I have a couple of small little projects that I would like to do, and this cover would be really nice for those projects. They're more just like writing projects, but yeah, so that is the plan. That, I mean, that's sort of one of the things that I'm toying with. But y'all, okay, so I have many times talked about undyed and how it wasn't for me, and my only real experience with the undyed was the Gillio. I had purchased an A6. You can see that video. Really, truly was not for me. But when I was getting either my lavender or my Canterbury, I can't remember which one, I asked for a bunch of samples, and I asked for a Janet Leather sample in the undyed, because I really wanted to play with it, and I wanted to see, do I think it's different? And I really did. I felt like it was a lot different than the undyed from Gillio. Now, undyed is undyed. It's still, you know, it's gonna mark up some. This is on the inside, so you're probably not, you know, it shouldn't change color quite. It's gonna change color, but it just shouldn't change quite the same. But let me tell you, so the Gillio undyed that I bought was super dry, and I think that was a big part of what turned me off of that. Now I know that with use and patina and all that, it probably would have softened up, but this one out of the gate, y'all, oh my goodness, it is so daggone soft. Oh my goodness, it's so soft. Okay, smell test. Ready? Okay. I'm sorry. I know, I'm crazy. It is heavenly. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Wow. Okay. If you are wondering if like Janet Leather is your thing, and you're like in between, should I get a JL undyed from Vander Speck? I mean, just for the smell factor alone, you need to do it. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. So she gave me an incredibly smooth inside piece. So like, just look how smooth that is. And it's really cool. The one thing that I have really enjoyed in the past about the Janet Leathers is kind of getting to see those like faint stretch marks and striations, and the, you know, the natural tanning process sort of like picks up that discoloration a little bit. And so you can kind of see it right there, like see those just sort of like lines that go across. that's just so scrumptious. So, and I did do the Steve pocket layout because it is increasingly becoming my favorite pocket layout now. I didn't end up doing this for my Canterbury, and mostly that was just cost savings. I did do it for my lavender. One of the biggest reasons why it's my favorite is because the pockets are essentially, they're wrapped and finished, meaning they flap them over and then they sew them, whereas just the credit card slots, they're sort of just like, I mean, not rough cut, but they're just like cut, and those edges can kind of fray over time. I know how to fix that, but it's not necessarily something I want to fix. So I really do like the pockets that have the sew over. And, you know, again, like I said, B6 is my jam. It's just, I've just learned to live with that, that I'm just always going to love B6s because that's just how it is. But, so this leather is, let's compare it to a couple different colors. So I had it side by side. Let me just move this stuff out of the way. With my lavender. So you can see the blue there with the lavender color. Let's compare it to Inno blue, because a lot of people are like, oh, that's, you know, that's got blue in the name, it must be blue. So there you go. You know, the Inno blue is definitely more of a purple color. This is just a gorgeous navy blue. That's really the best way for me to describe it. And then this is my light Canterbury. So just to get an idea of hues, you know, sometimes different colors side by side, they'll kind of pick up different hues. So that's that. And then I can even grab my Gillio Lila, maybe. I have coverings on them so that the sun doesn't damage them. So there are those two side by side. So yeah, so you can see it's definitely a deep blue, and it's stunning. So this is an Ostrich X and not a full quill, and I do find that Ostrich X's tend to be not quite as soft as full quill. They're still pretty soft, but, and I, like, you can see me like squishing mine because I just don't do stiffener anymore. I'm not a stiffener girl. I like my covers to be floppy, and especially these, generally I'm going to put a book in them anyway, and that's going to stiffen them right up. And let's go ahead and find a B6 that we can put in there. So this one's a fairly thick one. This is the Cosmo Air Light. It's like over 300 pages. And slides in there nicely, which this is probably the book I'm going to use in here when I use it with the book, because I bought a couple of these and I just want to, my nails are a heck of a wreck because I am going back to Florida tomorrow to be with an elderly friend who has been isolated for months, and she fell and got hurt, and so myself and some others are trying to help her out. So anywho, I'm not sure why I even got on that kick, but yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so I mean, it does give it structure. I have to move it. You do, with this bigger cover, you do have to sort of manipulate the books a bit until you get them exactly where you want them. I'm not really sure. I got on the rabbit trail and I don't even know what I was talking about. I myself am getting old. So, but yeah. So, oh, that's what I was saying. My nails. I stripped my nails and everything, and I'm gonna redo them tomorrow before I go on my trip, just so that they're like newly done. And I have this like little snag, and I keep snagging on everything. Oh my goodness, my brain, where is it? Okay, so there it is with the, I think it's 320 or 21 pages for the Cosmo Air Light. And yeah, so that is what it looks like there. And it is pretty. It really is. This is my planner, and I'm not going to sell it. Obviously, you know, when people gift me things, it just makes it more special, and it's sort of in my forever collection. It's just not something that, you know, you're just like, I'm not going to sell it. So, and I kind of feel that way for the most part with all my ostriches. The only ostrich that I did sell was my tapestry gray. That's what it was. And it had hortensia on the inside. And I loved the hortensia color, but the tapestry gray was just too blah for me. And I know some of y'all love that color, and it's totally fine. You do you. The grays are just not me. The only ones that I do like are like the lighter grays. And because this year I'm allowing myself one custom for the whole year, and it's not going to happen until the summer or later, I am looking at maybe like a wheat or a buttercup or something like that. Just something different, because, you know, I have pinks and I have purple and now I have a blue. So I sort of want something a little bit neutral that I can still use with other things. But this one is so gorgeous, you guys. It's so beautiful. And I absolutely adore the square corners. They're more money, but I just absolutely love it, and I'm just so excited. So anywho, like I said, if you guys are interested in this JL undyed, I'm telling you, it is scrumptious. Of course, so is this as well. But I understand that ostrich isn't always in the budget for everybody, but JL is definitely a lot more affordable, and I may end up getting a JL instead of an ostrich for my one custom this year. I don't know. We'll see. We'll kind of toy with it and play with this as I go, but I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Petra, so much for making good on all of the issues that I had this past year. And this is what customer service is about, y'all. Vander Speck, even if they mess up, and I've talked about this before, you know, they're a family-owned company. They, you know, do everything in-house except for the TM line, which is manufactured, you know, somewhere else in a mass. But all of the customs that you order are done in-house by them, by hand. Maybe there are other companies out there that do it, but just none that I know of. Gillio doesn't do it. You know, Gillio sends their stuff out to artisans and everything's mass produced. Vander Speck, you can get everything custom done. And, you know, on top of it, it's really the customer service. The customer service for me with any company is the key. And Vander Speck's customer service has always been amazing. Even when they mess up, Petra always makes good on it. And I'm just so thankful for that. And that's where my money goes now. When I'm going to purchase something, it's going to go to Vander Speck. I'm saying this, and hopefully I'm not like helping to swamp them, because they're pretty busy right now. You know, their customs are like 10 to 12 weeks out because they're so busy. And it's tough. You know, Petra deals with probably, you know, close to 1,000 emails a day, and she's got to sift through all those and answer questions and figure out customs, and it's really easy to mess up. So, you know, I understand that, but with that being said, they just do an incredible job really making good on all of their issues. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful I can keep coming back to a company that I know will fix their errors, and that's important. So all of that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and joining me on my little birthday excitement here. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Comment anyway. Tell me, what do you think of this color? Is ostrich for you? I know it's not for everybody, and that's okay. What about the undyed? Have you tried a Janet Leather or a Janet Leather undyed? I'm curious. You know, I really want to just kind of see what the community thinks about these things. So definitely comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.